Good evening everybody and welcome to Thursday night speedrunning here on the Nikapi stream. Hopefully a nice chilled out stream. The nice simple twin snake speedrun stream because boy howdy am I freaking knackered. And it's all thanks to CSS. Blech. Good evening everybody, welcome to tonight's stream. That is a very loud game. We'll turn that down a little bit. Oh, posture check. Dab. Quick dab in as well. My webcam's a little, the frame rates. I don't know if it's coming through. I don't know if it's coming through on the stream, but just me looking at it in OBS. It's a little bit. I'm just gonna. How does it look on? No, it looks a bit. This is a one-man sneaking mission. It looks a bit off on the stream as well. On the stream, let me. Just gonna like do a quick refresh. Nikapi legs. Let's have a quick look. Just see if I can. Tell you what, I'll just deactivate it, reactivate it. That's better. Yeah, it just needed a quick reset. Does it keep all of my? It does keep all of my settings when I do that. Lovely. Cool. Right. I think we're all good. I think we're all good. Turning off and on again does indeed work. My hair's weird at the moment. It's all over the place. Hi everybody. Yes, once again we are back on the Twin Snakes. Probably for the last time. For a little bit because
Something happened to me last Thursday when I was driving home. I had a couple of miles to go. I looked up and saw a glowing orange object in the sky to the east.
To the east. I need to turn Twin Snakes itself down. I can't bloody hear a thing. It's really loud. There we go. That's better. Turn that down. What is that lightning picture behind me? The lightning picture. It's not. You mean this thing? This thing right here. That is not a picture. This is my Wii, or one of my Wiis. This is the one that's actually plugged in as well. It's just got, when I bought it, it had this wrap on it. Yeah, this is my English Wii, and this is my Japanese Wii. Both of them will play. I think both of them will play any Wii game, but for some reason, shocking. But for some reason, after I like jailbroke this one and completely hacked it and changed it to a Japanese one, it now won't play English GameCube games. It'll play Japanese GameCube games. It'll play English Wii games, but it won't play English GameCube games. So I don't know why that doesn't quite work. I originally bought this one because I wanted to do a tutorial on how I converted this, and then just never got around to it, and it's been so long. But now it's kind of handy to have two Wiis so that I can do Twin Snakes on the Japanese one, and I can do Spyro Enter the Dragonfly on this one. That's the only speed run I've ever done on this. But yeah, that's that story. Yeah, so back to Twin Snakes. Probably, can we get a shirt check? Oh, you want to see my shirts? I'll take my headphones off so they're not in the way. This is my my Injustice 2 shirt today. So there's a lovely shirt, I'm sure you'll agree. It's got Superman, Batman, and Harley Quinn. And it says Injustice 2, every battle defines you. Which is pretty cool. I've played a little bit of Injustice 2. Not a lot. I'm not huge into fighting games, but I have played some Injustice 2. I got this from a Loot Crate. I used to subscribe to, it was Loot Crate's Loot Gaming Crate. So I used to get loads of like random stuff, and this was one of them one time. I got loads of like random Loot Crate stuff. just sort of lying around in places. I got this once. One time I'll actually finish it if I can find the leg. It's Diva's mech from Overwatch. It's a little wooden puzzle, but as you can see, it's missing a leg because I never finished it. I don't know where the leg is. Yeah, all sorts of weird and wonderful thing from Loot Gaming's. I always try and make sure I'm wearing a cool t-shirt. I mean, I have so many cool t-shirts, and most of them are either Loot Crate t-shirts or can we get a sock check? I think my socks are not particularly interesting today. Sometimes I do wear interesting socks. I've got a pair of Twitch socks. I've got loads of Marvel socks. Like my in-laws, like every Christmas, buy me more Marvel socks. You never have too many socks. Yeah, socks are cool. Like bow ties, socks are cool. Yeah, I think that's everything. I think there's everything worth sharing. I can't see anything else. I can't see anything else that's worth sharing. I've got my can of Pepsi out. Lies. He's hiding his best socks. I've got some wedding socks. I deliberately bought new socks. I deliberately bought new socks for my wedding, and so I've got a load of wedding socks.
This is a top secret black ops.
Trying to think if I've got any other interest. I've got a pair of Zelda socks. They got Ganondorf on them. I remember that. I think that's about it, box wise. So I've not got that many.
Shut up in there, will ya?
I think that's probably fair. Let's maybe get this went on a little bit too long. You get me talking about socks. How have I spent? We're 12 minutes into the stream. I think I've spent like at least 8 minutes of that. Just to test in case Meryl summoned blues. Alright, I'm gonna we are
Those
obviously
mice are Alaskan field mice. Don't worry, they can't hurt you.
It's true, they can't hurt you. They're just mice. Mice might nibble a little bit, but that's about it. I am on emulator, so I'm gonna hit the button. Loads an emulator save, which loads an emulator save which has all of my settings, so I don't have to worry about that. So we are continuing sort of hopefully the last stream on Lethal Extreme, just because I still haven't had like a really good run. I've attempted 2 runs off stream and both of them have died. First one died at Ninja because I just completely screwed up Ninja. Second one died at Hind. I wasn't using the radar and I really needed How dare you? I thought, is that FPS counter in the top left corner like even readable? Is it even legible? Because if you're using emulator, you have to. Oh yeah, when I go into full screen, it looks fine. It looks fine. I also realize I've not got either of my YouTube streams open just to make sure everything is working and no one's watching that one. And yeah, we've got some people watching the big one though. Hi YouTube, which is always good. And some harsh words in his native accent. Some weird French words, no doubt. So yeah, lethal Twin Snakes Extreme. Oh, can we get a quick update on your hands? They're a heck of a lot better. I'll swap back to this one because otherwise you're not going to be able to see anything. They're better, but it's a bit Let me hang on. Yeah, I turned the correct one off. I don't know. That makes it worse, doesn't it? That doesn't really. I don't know how to do this without it just reflecting lights. Oh, hang on. What if I turn the brightness of this right down? Sorry, I realised that my arm is just in the way, but that's because the controls for my light are there. That's better. There you go. So yeah, you can see mostly they're about fine. They're still a little bit splotchy in a couple of places. Yeah. Oh, there's a good angle. You can still see that there's a few sort of little splotches. The fronts of them are pretty okay now. The fronts are pretty much okay now. But yeah, it's just taken an awful long time to heal. They're still quite dry. Well, I get very dry ever since I became a dad, I've had very dry and often cracked hands. You can see it on that knuckle there. It's because as a dad you spend so much like I'm washing him, I'm washing pots, I'm washing dummies, and you spend so much time doing stuff in water with your hands that my hands just went really cracked and horrible. Right, let me turn this light back up now. So it's not normally a problem because I don't usually fiddle with the... No, I'm controlling the other one now. Hang on. They're both here. Where is it? There we go. That'll do. I think that's about right. Yeah. There's so many little things. I think that needs one more. There we go. That's better. Yeah, I think we're good. There's so many little things that you don't get told when you become a dad. There's so many just tiny little things that you really wish you'd known beforehand, that no one ever tells you, and the hands is definitely one of them. My hands have taken a right beating ever since I became a dad. So that one's kind of really interesting. And of course we've talked about the other big one in the past, which is you have to start taking ownership of your flatulence. Yeah, that's a big one. Like, don't say bitch for the first few years. Yeah. I avoid the word bitch because it's quite easy for babies to pick up on, as our little soundboard would show us. I still haven't done anything with my soundboard to increase the number of sounds I quickly have access to, and baby bitch is not one of them. And I just need a second page. I need to add a second page of sounds. Yeah. Should do a quick. Since I'm looking at my soundboard, should we do a quick game? You want a quick game of Keratin or Gakko? Yeah. Who fancies it? Who fancies a quick game? Oh, here we go. Thank you, Johnny. He's so adorable. He was playing on a swing today and just absolutely loving it. Heidi sent me a video. That was good. Yes, let's have a quick game. We'll put some chat. If you're watching on Twitch, we'll put some channel points on the line for it. So here we go. So I'm gonna push the old prediction button. Prediction is now live. Option 1 is Keratin Frog. Option 2 is Gakko. All you gotta do is whichever one. Say only if you're watching on Twitch. Put your channel points where you want them. Is it gonna? What's gonna happen is I'm gonna push a button on my stream deck, and it's either gonna play a Keratin Frog sound, option 1, or a Gakko sound, option 2. It's completely random. There's no hidden mechanics or anything. It is a completely random chance as to which one will play. So get your bets in. Which one's it gonna be? This is a good idea for me to do this because then it reminds me that I should be using my predictions a bit more often. So we do actually have a competition here. Only last few seconds. Last few seconds. There we go. Okay, so predictions are now locked in. We have 650 channel points riding on it being a Keratin, and 100 channel points riding on it being a Gakko. So whoever has put their channel points into Gakko, you might be onto some good points here if it wins. Let's find out, shall we? All right, in 3, 2, 1. It was the Gakko. Option 2 is the winner. Have your channel points. Baba! Congratulations. Points there go to someone. Meryl, you win a bunch of points. Meryl won 750 points. Congratulations. Sorry, Waveless Live. You lose 650 points. Yeah, we should do channel point rules. I deliberately set up my my prediction thing so that I can now do. But all of that was done through my Stream Deck. I didn't have to go into Twitch. I kept looking over here because my little chat box doesn't show on OBS, doesn't show me like who won and all of that. I can see there's a little prediction thing on it, but I can't see who won. So I was quickly looking over here to see that it was Meryl. So yeah, all of my chat prediction, all my prediction stuff. That's why it's just a generic. I don't type out is it keratin or is it this. You just get option 1, option 2, and I explain it. So yeah, it's the small bits that count the most. So yeah, hopefully we'll do a few more. We'll do a few more of these as I'm going to try and do some more whilst we do the speed run. So yeah, let's get started, shall we? So new game. It probably helps if I push this button as well. Good personality. Here we go. New game, extreme, because that's obviously the difficult we're doing. Radar on. I died at Hind during a run I tried, I think it was yesterday, because I couldn't see where it was. So just having the radar on is just going to help that. Radar is not required for Big Boss. You can get Big Boss rank whilst having the radar on. We do have to have Game Over if Discovered on, but that's actually really helpful, Game Over if Discovered, because in a lot of cases, if we ever get spotted and it would reset, we'd have to reset a room, it resets a heck of a lot quicker. We don't have to wait for it all to play out. So that's pretty good. All right, so let's get started in 3, 2, 1.
Start.
Thank you, Snake. Woo! Here we go. So lethal. So we're continuing with lethal strats for now. Next week we might move on to Big Boss. However, GDQ submissions are closing in, so I may over the next couple of weeks, because we could probably do with a break from Crash Bandicoot. Crash has been great. I still want to improve. Absolutely still want to improve
Liquid.
Crash Bandicoot. Oh, Deagle. Hey, Deagle.
Snake, did you like my sunglasses? Oh, you'd point a weapon at your own brother?
Yeah, Crash Bandicoot has been fantastic. What? Hey!
A message from SGT Deagle, who has now subscribed on Twitch for 18 months. 18.
18. Thank you, Deagle. That is very kind. 18 months. That is almost. That is. You've been subscribed. You've been subscribed to me on Twitch just a little bit longer than Alex has been alive. Emulator green screen. Oh, is it actually supposed to be blue? Is the codec screen supposed to be? It's been so long since I've actually played the game on a GameCube. I can't remember which is correct. I make Deagle my firstborn. I'm gonna go with. I think for legal reasons, I'm gonna say no. Mine's super great. Now I've started playing this on. Yeah, that was stupid. Oh, maybe it wasn't. Okay, it wasn't stupid. You got to be careful when you get out of the locker, because if you're getting out of the locker when the cutscene would trigger for the elevator to come down, the cutscene will be delayed until the locker animation is concluded. Supposed to be a black background. I need to check. I need to check an actual console copy of the game. I've been playing it on my, well, I say playing it on my phone. I've been having a tinker around with it on my phone as well. So I have Twin Snakes on Dolphin on my phone, and that's blue. When I had it on my Xbox Series S, because the Xbox Series S used to be fantastic as an emulation machine until Microsoft went, we don't like you doing that. That was blue as well. So I don't know. As I say, I'd either have to check, or like watch my GDQ run back or something to see what it was. So we're going to run past that guy. We're going to run into here. We're going to get spotted by that camera because I apparently wasn't quite high enough up. So that's a very good start. That's not very good, is it? Let's try that again. So we're going to run to here. Wait for the lights to move. Go, go, go. Round the guy. There we go. As long as you're like right underneath the box, the camera doesn't see you. And that's what I needed to do. So we're going to trick that guy into walking over there. Going to move around that camera. Oh, I always do that. So we're off to a bit of a slow start. Screw Microsoft run Linux. Yeah, there used to be you used to be able to get RetroArch, and you didn't have to be in developer mode for it. On the Xbox Series S and X, but then Microsoft made changes so that you couldn't run like unsigned UWPs on without going into developer mode, and I can't be asked to like have to switch into developer mode. Mainly because I've got a PC. If I'm that desperate to run emulation, I'll just run it on my PC. I won't worry about my Xbox. We peaked at Windows 7. Windows, I do like Windows 11. I do think it's very good. It's just as we've gotten on, you know, there's so many ads in it, and it, you know, so much bloatware and stuff like that. I do think Windows 11 is a good operating system. It could just do with like actually the operating system being the focus instead of ads and all the other shit that's included in it. It's a hack that Dolphin deploys automatically because it doesn't affect many games. Because we're speedrunning, we have to run this on Dolphin 5.0. Because Dolphin and we're on like another. They've completely changed the way they're named now. We're on version 25.0 something because it's 2025 and something like that. And like the whole sort of system's changed. But the reason we run it on 5.0 is because after 5.0, more changes were introduced to try and make the loading times match closer to a GameCube. And as a result, all of the runs that were on 5.0 were automatically faster with their loading times. So the decision was made that, okay, we're not going to like sunset these runs or anything. We're going to keep them, and you are recommended to use 5.0. Windows does your school computers have? Very good question. I can't remember. I can't do this one. I really, really cannot do that. I did it. The run that I did the other day, I got it. I think the like first computers I had at school. I mean, when in first school, in infant school, we had like BBC microcomputers and you know, the really old stuff. But that's not because that was the technology at the time. That's because the school like couldn't afford new stuff. I think by the time I actually got to a school where we did have like decent tech, probably 98. I think I remember using 98 at school. Oh, missed that one. Get in there. I'm very quickly running out of ammo. Or it might have been to actually, I'm going to say Windows 2000. I reckon I used 2000 first. Get Meryl. Because I remember the screen. I remember the first time we like went into in the school that had the first school that I really sort of used computers. I remember like first going into the computer suite, because it was always a suite. It wasn't just the computer lab. It wasn't a computer lab. It wasn't a computer room. It was a computer suite, the IT suite, or ICT suite. We used to remember when everyone used to call it ICT? It's always just IT now, but at school for us it was ICT, Information Communications Technology. Anyone else? Anyone else call it ICT instead of IT? Anyway, that's besides the point. I remember we were in pairs. I was with so I'd paired up with one of my best friends. And Ice T and PSHE. Yes, PSHE, Personal Social Health Education, not PSE. Health was important as well. 2, 3. There we go. Hardest difficulty in the game. We are running this on extreme. Extreme difficulty. And that was Ocelot's cold split. Oh, this Ocelot fight is just awful. Yeah, so me and my friend were together on a computer. She was at the computer first, and the first thing that we had to do was create a user ID and log in. So everyone, all the kid, we already had a login. It was our first initial. My login, I think, was ngreen or whatever. And the first thing they asked us to do was create a password, and I didn't understand. Obviously now, you think of creating a password, and you create a password that's memorable and all of that. I just thought they were like, oh, so this is what we're doing, this cool thing where we're making passwords. So I gave my friend the password for my computer at home, saying, oh, this is a cool password, you should use this. And then later realized that it had to be something memorable, and they now had no idea what their password was because it was something really, really confusing. I have not changed to the SOCOM, which isn't too much of a problem. I can change it. Why? I don't... Why? Do not understand why Snake did not... Was I not holding... I don't know what I wasn't holding there. Oh well. As we know, the backup is very, very quick. So yeah, that was funny. I remember, yeah, that's something I remember. I think at secondary school we were on... I do. It's true. Secondary school, I think, was Windows XP by that point. Can't remember exactly. I'm pretty sure we were on Windows XP by then. Maybe we were still on 2000 at secondary school. I don't know. We can't have been on 2000 when I was at secondary school, because I was in secondary school in 2010. That would have been 10 years. We would have been using a 10-year-old operating system at that point. I'm pretty sure we didn't. Wait, what? What are you telling me? I am amazed. This is totally brand new information. Oh, this stupid gunner at the end. No! No! I've been run over by a tank. Windows Longhorn? I think I've heard of Longhorn.
You idiot!
That's a very appropriate. That's a very appropriate. That's a very... Oh, I did not grab those stun grenades. I'm going to quickly run... I think I've got time to run it back. I think we might be resetting this run. This is awful. I think I've got time to grab those stun grenades because I missed them. I don't know. Unfortunately, the chaff grenade's now worn off. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine in this instance because he doesn't... Oh, it's moved again. There we go. That's the worst tank fight I've had in a while. My tank fights are usually pretty good. That was pretty awful. Not gonna sugarcoat it. That was terrible. Right, those new chaff grenades I grabbed, we're gonna use that to clip through this door. And then we're gonna run to here, run across. What was that just now? Do-do-do-do-do. 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 I don't know why, but yeah, that guard saying, what was that just now, always makes me think of the Cha-Cha slide. Oh. Let's go grab some more stun grenades and this handy dandy Nikita missile launcher. As we head down into the bowels. The bowels, I tell you. And skip. Oh, I might have a treat for you. I might have a treat for you folks. After this run. I love that that's the kind of perk that you get with this. It's one of the main reasons why people don't like this game. They're bad, but they are hilariously funny. Hey, Thomas. It is kind of anime, isn't it? Like one of my Japanese animes. And this is why the headcanon works. The headcanon that Twin Snakes is a retelling of Shadow Moses by Otacon. I do prefer the old voices, particularly the Cyborg Ninja. They changed. It's one of the only characters they did change the voice actor for, even though the old voice actor is still in this game. They still used him, but they decided to give this role to someone else. But yeah, the old, yeah, that very guttural voice. Looks like a rat sniffing for cheese. Otacon looks like Steven Spielberg. The Otacon ending where he trips and slides down. Yeah, that's pretty funny. If we didn't have to skip the cutscenes, it's always worth watching that one. Got him. Okay. Not that ninja wasn't perfect, but it wasn't actually that bad. Stephen, oh yeah, mate, you might be thinking of Stephen. Yes, he does look like Stephen King. He must be that ninja. I trolled OG Happy Dude on Blue Sky today. He made a post with a photo of his beard, and his beard's got grey in it. And he said, "Does having grey in my beard make some people think of me as a grey fox?" I posted the image of Snake from MGS2 where he's saying, "No, that is not Solid Snake," but I just crossed out Solid Snake and wrote Grey Fox, so it said, "No, that is not Grey Fox." He said he was so mad at me. I was very proud of myself. Low effort memes are the best. If you're gonna meme, make it the lowest effort. Do not spend time making memes. It should be as low effort as possible because they're the best ones. Nick RP meme. Meme. you know, anything Microsoft Paint works. I tend to do them on PowerPoint just because I have a very easy access to PowerPoint whilst I'm at work. Meme. Anything with Knuckles. Just picture of Knuckles, and that's pretty good. I make memes at work all the time. It's so easy. On company time. Hey, I'm not American. I don't have to worry about Doge breathing down my neck. I don't have to send my boss 5 things that I've done this week or I'm fired. Oh, good news. I'm at an award show next week. It's on a Wednesday. So there won't be any... Oh, gold split. Like, nice. Yeah, gold split on beating up Meryl. Yeah, that is the fastest I've ever beaten up Meryl. Not in my current job. In my old job when I used to work for the Entertainer, I do have a somewhat funny story, which is it's not quite a meme, but it is funny. Oh, that was nice. I've started for extreme. I've started trying to move back to here. Because I'm struggling to hit him. I'm struggling to hit him when I'm over at the other side with the long shot. So I'm hoping this is going to be a Meryl flop. Just going to concentrate on this fight for a second, and then I'll tell you the funny story about when I did accidentally send something that I wasn't supposed to send, and I had to tell my boss about it. This is not the... I mean, there is... this isn't the remastered version, because, I mean, there isn't an official... Oh, what am I doing? No! I wasn't stood on my tiptoes. I deliberately went down to the bottom to do this, so that would work better. She did. Alright. Leg shot. Missed the punch. Where is he? Punch. Touch that. There we go. See, this is it's a bit easier. Not unless you don't knock her out in a speedrun. You shoot Mantis. If you shoot Mantis, she doesn't shoot herself. Right, let's do this properly this time. So, up on tiptoes. Gun ready. We just do not have a lot of time in first person. So, already aiming. There we go. Perfect. That's how it's done. Oh, we got the slow bit of dialogue. There's 2 bits of dialogue that can play there. There we go. OnlyFans password. Well, this run suddenly got really far behind. And roll. Yeah, if you've never seen that, Psycho Mantis's right leg is coded with headshot damage. So shoot Psycho Mantis in the right leg, and it's the same as shooting him with a. In the head. Nobody knows why. I am completely out of ammo. Luckily, I still got past Meryl, so we're good. Right. Anyway, funny story time. There we go. We've got past the difficult bit. We can go into funny story mode. So the funny story is, so I said before, I used to work for The Entertainer, which is a toy shop in the UK. I started out in a store, but I worked in communications in their head office for about 6 years. And I'm just about to celebrate 3 years of no longer working there. My 3-year work anniversary of my current job is coming up shortly. Next week, actually, which is called Monday. Actually, yes, next Monday is my 3-year work anniversary, which is lovely. Anyway, that's not important to the story. Shoot you. I do think I'm going to need to get some ammo. Because otherwise I could get stuck at the dogs. So yeah, I'm going to have to make sure I get some sort of ammo from somewhere. But if you know anything about The Entertainer, which you probably don't, The Entertainer, it's a family-owned business, and the family that owns it are extremely religious. They are Christian through and through, very, very Christian beliefs, and that ties into the running of the business as well. So as a result, for a start, they don't celebrate Halloween. I don't know what the issue with Halloween is exactly, but because it's all sort of ghosts and ghouls and spirit, that's completely like, if you ever go into an Entertainer store, you'll never see any Harry Potter stuff. That's not because the owner is a fan of trans people. I can't imagine the owners, being the devout Christians that they are, particularly agree with transgender issues. So it's probably another good reason I got out. But that I don't actually have any evidence of that. That's my speculation. But anyway, the Harry Potter is all about witchcraft and wizardry, and that's all evil stuff. So that was never sold. Didn't sell Pokemon. Used to sell Pokemon. Sold Pokemon for years. But then just as Pokemon Go came out, I'm gonna get killed by the dogs. I have got killed by the dogs. This is a first for me. I've never been killed by the wolves. This is pretty dumb. So yeah, you sold Pokemon for years, but then when Pokemon Go came out, a load of stories, because obviously Pokemon Go like absolutely blew up. A load of stories then came out about like Pokemon's like history and how it started, and like apparently there was a story which I don't think was ever properly verified, that Pokemon was the original ideas for Pokemon came from like Japanese demons and stuff, and as soon as the owners heard about that, they're like, right, we're pulling all Pokemon stock, everything Pokemon related is going, we're not having any Pokemon stuff anymore, and that was that. The Entertainers never sold Pokemon stuff since, which was dumb. I remember I complained about it. I complained it in a staff meeting. I was only customer service at the time, so I wasn't exactly. That was a good wolf fight. That was a gold split. Everything else this run has gone terrible. That was a really good wolf fight. Yeah, I remember complaining about it, being like, what the heck? Pokemon Go is out. Pokemon is now once again one of the biggest things in the world. Every kid wants Pokemon, and your business decision is to pull all stock. Are you... I was like, this is just stupid. This is just a terrible decision. The company's still going, so they've managed without it, but I still think it was a really, really dumb decision. What's this shit I've been hearing about Pokemon? But anyway, the important bit about this is they don't celebrate Halloween. Whenever Halloween comes around, the message to the stores was always put your makeup, your face painting kits and stuff towards the front of the store because people will be looking for stuff. But that's it. There's no dress up. There's no stock. There's nothing like that. We don't celebrate it, but we will take advantage of the fact that people might want to buy some face paint. Now that was it. 1 year, I can't remember what the context of the document was. I'd written some sort of document or some sort of calendar, something that had a bunch of dates in it. And as a joke, just as an in-joke to myself, on the week of Halloween or something, I'd written into the box Halloween in all caps, and then underneath I said, "Yeah, I said it." Thinking it's just a little fun. Every time I open it and I have a look at it, it'll be funny for me to, oh yeah, I remember I wrote that because it was funny. And then I sent it out to loads of people. I completely forgot that I'd done it. I had no idea. For some reason, I must have thought when I first wrote it that it was going to be a document that only I would be using. And then eventually I had to share it. Completely forgotten I'd written it. Sent it out to a bunch of people, and I only got one reply about it. I got one reply from someone in HR who was using it, who said, Nick, I don't know if there's a typo or something here, but under October, there's just a message that says, Halloween, yeah, I said it. Is this supposed to be there? And I told my boss, I was like, look, this is what I've done. I've sent it to a bunch of people. What do I do? And he said, okay. I think he saw the funny side of it. Because there was a lot of people in the company that didn't really agree with it. I think he saw the funny side of it. I think I'd only been in the role for like a year. So I was still pretty fresh in that kind of regard. And he's just like, this one woman's the only person who's mentioned it. No one else has said anything. So best thing to do is just ignore it. Don't bring it up. Don't raise it with anyone, because otherwise then people will go looking for it. If you send out a new version, then people will be like, oh, there was something wrong with the old version. So and that was it. I just apologized to her, sent her a new version that didn't have it in, and no one ever raised it again. I say I have no idea what it was. I can't remember. But yeah, that was the time I accidentally sent all that out. Oh no, I was slightly too far over. So yeah, that's probably the closest I've ever gotten to sending a meme to a bunch of people in my job. I've done a few like faux pas with sending stuff out before, but usually it's like email. I remember in my current job, I remember one time sending someone like there was someone in a group email, and I didn't recognize the company of who was in the group of who was in this group email. So I asked someone about it. I sent an email asking about this company, saying, who are these people? I don't recognize the name of the company. Should they be in this email group? And just to double check like what the name of the company was, I'd added their email address to the CC section of the email I was sending, just to check it, with the intention of then deleting it afterwards. Completely forgot to delete it and CC'd in the people who I was questioning. Luckily, nothing ever came from that. That was no one had an issue with that one.
Is there somebody there? Huh? What was that just now?
That was a very close roll there. I nearly rolled into that camera. Oh.
Is there somebody there?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to I'm looking forward to doing an awards, going to an award show next week where I don't have to give up a stream for it. It's in Manchester, so I've got a 4.5 hour train ride there and back, which is going to be great. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Is there somebody there? Huh? What was that just now?
There we go. I know exactly when to move. This is the thing with having the radar on. I keep looking at the radar and I shouldn't. Whoops. I did not mean to throw that chaff grenade. That's... Oh, yeah, I don't pay for it myself. I mean, I have paid for it I have paid for it myself, but I immediately wrote it into my expenses claim. £108 to go to and from Manchester? I'm absolutely not paying for that myself. That's train prices for you. Aylesbury to Manchester, return over 2 days. So I go on the Wednesday, the show's on the Wednesday, stay overnight on Wednesday night, come back Thursday. I'll be back well before the stream. And yeah, it's £108, which is ridiculous. Part of the reason it's £108 is one of the bad things about Aylesbury. So I live in, for those who don't know, I live in Aylesbury in the UK. Aylesbury's in a weird place because the trains are really bad for Aylesbury. There's only 2 lines out of Aylesbury. One directly to London, which is fantastic for work. I work just outside of London. I work on the outskirts of London, in a place called Harrow. And getting to work is absolutely fantastic. My office is across the road from the train station. It's perfect. However, there's one other that goes out to a place called Prince's Risborough, and it sort of heads out towards Banbury, but there isn't really any major connections there either. You can go that way and then get to Birmingham, but it's not overly ideal. So for the majority of the time, if I want to go anywhere by train, I can't drive. Heidi and I only have one car between us. And she needs it to get to work. I'm not going to take the car off her for 2 days. So really, realistically, and how I'm having to do it, as I usually end up doing when I do these sort of trips, is to get there, I have to take a train into London and then change in London. So it's not just go to one London station and then stay. I have to go to a different station in London, so get on the underground, change stations, and then go back out of London and up to Manchester. So that's why it takes so long to do, and it's a right pain in the arse. But that's what it is. It is what it is, as they say. Ow. Right, can I get to the top of this without... Oh, that was bad. I do need to start getting into a habit of swapping in between the stun grenades and my M9 at that bit that I tried to do there. Was that 16 or so? Oh, there we go. Yeah, there's a couple of guards there that I do really need to try and shoot with the M9 rather than try and like dodge or use a stun grenade for. That was nice. Got both of them. Well, I've got to the top without using a ration. This is one thing that I really haven't struggled with as much. Certainly when I first started, I struggled getting up here without using a ration loads, but it's gotten a heck of a lot easier over time. How many stun grenades have I got left? I deliberately went out of my way to grab more stun grenades in the down the bottom. I've got 4 stun grenades left. I do not need to grab more stun grenades. particularly when I move on to Big Boss, because the very next trick I'm going to be doing, after the rappel, you don't do on Big Boss. I don't think you do. I don't think you can do this trick with the M9. No, because you don't want the. I don't think you. I don't know if you get an alert actually. Oh, I got bloody hit. Ow. Snake, go down. Good God. This run is going so badly. I'm gonna test this. I actually don't know if you can do this trick with the M9. No, you cannot do this trick with the M9. Ah, you can, but you have to wait. You have to wait for the guard to get... You have to wait for the guard to get, to go to sleep first. That's why you don't do that trick with the M9. Now's a good time to try some of this crap, because this run's, like, dead completely in the water. If it was an animal, it would probably be put down at this point. If it was Otacon, it would have pissed itself already. But I'm gonna persevere. There will be a reward at the end, but for the perseverance. It's an okay reward. It's another run, but slightly different run. I promise it'll be a slightly different run when we get to the end. In a fun way. It might even be something that's already been alluded to. Ooh, what could that mean? What you talk about, Dick? I do not have enough chaff grenades here, so I'm going to deliberately take... Oh, it's a good suggestion. Twin Snakes Run Part 2. The fun bit of Tower B, where Snake's model goes really funky. Oh yeah, it helps if I get rid of the stinger afterwards. Despite everything, doing the hind D here is good practice. I've been struggling a little bit with the hind D and keeping an eye on it and not dying to it. I do not have a lot of health, so this is going to have to be quite a tight hind D fight. But that's why I'm keeping the radar on for the time being. Because it really, really does help. The first half of this fight isn't too bad. It's the second half where you really struggle without the radar. Let's try it over here. Hopefully that lands. Excellent. Eat this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ow. That's right, we've got to start being careful. Oh, he's behind me. Eat this. Oh, he got me. I don't think I've ever... that's something I've never done. I really should do. I should do a run of the OG Japanese version. On PS1, because there's a separate category for that. It's a completely separate category because the OG... the Japanese version on PS1 didn't have difficulty levels. It was just one difficulty, and I believe it's the equivalent of easy. Ocelot. Nice shot. Oh shit, he said nice shot. I missed a shot. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. 2. Ow. See if I can stop myself from just bleeding out. Eat this. So here you can see the radar is just giving me that little bit of an advantage. Particularly as like the fog in this game is atrocious. It's so difficult to see anything. And we're not allowed... you can disable fog in emulation, but it's not something we're allowed to do in a speedrun. Which I completely agree with. I completely agree that you shouldn't be allowed to disable fog. We should fight the Hind D as God intended. Janky controls and all. Come on. One more hit. Not out of the woods yet. I still got... No! Damn it. Ah. Really shouldn't be going into this with this little health. Like, having a little bit of extra leeway with health is always a good idea. Isn't it? That's the main reason why I'm losing. And also because I'm freaking tired. So tired. I never explained that, did I? I said right at the start that I was really tired. It was all the fault of CSS. So last night I sort of failed the Twin Snakes run at Hind, funnily enough, as I've said before. So I decided to do a little bit of Node.cg work on the Speedrun Tools UK package that I've been building, and I started having a look at the camera. One thing that I've been wanting to do, and I'm currently working towards, is having the webcam space disappear if it's not in use. So it's something I found for Speed for TLC. We had loads of runners who had no webcam and they didn't have anything else to put there. They didn't like use an avatar or anything like that. Usually I find that if a runner doesn't want to use a webcam, they'll put their avatar there or something. But there were so many that didn't use anything, and we just used the Speed for TLC logo. Problem is the Speed for TLC logo already appears in a couple of places on the stream layout, so it kind of looks a bit dumb to have it again in this big space. So yeah, it's sort of geared me up a bit more to try and make the webcam disappear. And I was working with masks and just trying to do something with these masks just didn't do what I thought it was going to do. I think I figured out why in the end, but I spent a good hour just trying to get this one freaking mask to work. And it was really annoying. So yeah, that's that was the story of me and masks last night. And yeah, I originally intended to go to bed at about midnight, went to bed at just before 2 a.m. No! Okay, I think this run's over. I think we're 10 minutes behind. I think we call it there, shall we? Let's say that we, yeah, let's just say that we did. That's not worth it. All right. We won't take a break just yet, but we will go and do the fun thing. We're going to do another run. But we're going to do it a little bit differently. So, it'll take me just a moment to set up. So we're going to quickly head on over to my big old web scene whilst I set it up, because I do need to close down what we're currently doing. So how's it?
A message from S1 Lent 2193, who has now subscribed on Twitch for 42 months. Evening all. Nick Cyper.
Evening. Thank you very much for that, Silent. 42 months. That's a long time. That's a very long time. This one's for you. This next run's for you. Nice timing on your resub though. Nick's just died and ended a run. That's worth subbing, I think. the good quality speedrun stream that you've come to enjoy all this time. Nick dies, ends the run, rage quits, subscribe. Right. Let me get where I need to be with this. Take me a few seconds to sort out. But so how is everybody? Whilst I'm just sorting this out, how is everybody doing? Has everyone been having a nice time? Anyone got anything? Any funny stories or anything they want to share? I don't know. We wouldn't have it any other way. Yeah. What's happening? What's on the happy? Had a nice pizza and a lovely poo this morning. That's great. That's lovely. That's what we needed to know. That is the kind of thing that I was going for. Yeah, that's yeah. Okay. Maybe shared a little bit too much. Just a little bit. And one thing I don't know with what we're doing is whether live split is going to work. I have no idea. There's a very good chance that it doesn't. But we'll find out. But let's swippy swap on over and we'll see what happens. All right. Helps if I push that other button, doesn't it? One thing I hadn't considered with this is that live split is going to look awful. Might want to be in full screen for this. That should fix. Being in full screen should fix. The black lines might get fixed. We'll find out. Anyway, this is running. This is now, as you can see, I'm now in 16:9 instead of 4:3, which is why live split looks completely like a complete joke. Let me see if I can fix. To be honest, I actually don't know if live split's even going to work. So I'm just going to quickly. Oh, live split still works with this version. So
Start.
no, don't start. I've changed my mind.
Reset.
Right, let me see if I can fix live split. It doesn't look like ass. Let's go into there and just knock that right down to 5 and knock that right down to 2. It's not even big enough now. It's not even big enough to fit. Damn it. Oh wait, no, it's because it's... Oh, of course, it's clipping off the bottom.
Stay alert. He'll be through here.
I didn't quite think this through properly. But we'll do that. That looks shit, but it'll do. Oh, and I click cancel. Yeah, I did not think this bit through at all. Can I fix this easily? Let me just open. If I open... It hasn't got subsplits. It's just going to be complete. That might do. That might do. That might have to do. It should still work. After I... No, it probably isn't going to work. Oh, don't tell me the game's crashed. Oh no, it was just the end.
Colonel, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
What's
the situation, Snake?
Looks like the elevator in the back is the only way up.
Just as I expected.
I'm making such a hash of this. Such an absolute hash of this. This is just awful. I'm being quite terrible.
You want to use the codec. Push the pause button and then the A button. When we need to
I realised that my vertical stream must also look awful.
And then the A button to receive the call. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
Got it. Okay, I'm ready to go.
You know what? It might just be easier just to do this. Does that look terrible? It doesn't matter. It's not a proper run. It'll do. It'll do. It'll do so it fills up. Anyway, welcome to this instead. So this is I might, to be honest, it looks shit at 16:9, doesn't it? This is running on this is Twin Snakes running on the latest version of Dolphin, which is a much bigger version, and also using the aforementioned someone mentioned the Twin Snakes remaster. There's never been a remaster, but there is this. This is a texture pack for the game. So like most textures in the game have been redone. So you'll notice, for example, that when we go into the game over screen, everything is nice and clear. I'm gonna exit. I might still run it in 4:3 because it uses the widescreen hack, but the problem is with the widescreen hack is it makes the game wider, but all of the assets are stretched. So that Kojima, you can see that Kojima Productions, Silicon Knights, they've been amended, but they're still designed to work in 4:3. It's just that when you get into the game is in 16:9. Now this wouldn't be an official speedrun. You're not allowed to use this for speedrunning. I just thought it would be a bit nice to actually see the game look nice and in HD and all of that. As I say, I'm tempted to still run it in 4:3 because everything gets really stretched. I'll go into a bit of the game where you can actually see a little bit more. Oh, that word easy has not been, the font there has not been changed over. That's actually a really good example of what, you know, that's what it would normally look like. And, you know, with the fonts redone, this is what it now looks like. So yeah, let's go to, if we go to the heliport, you can see kind of what I mean. Yeah, we get the game in, we get the game in nice 16:9 widescreen. In fact, actually, to me, that looks like Snake. Oh, hang on. I've realised what I've done. I'm still right that it does this. I forgot to actually enable the widescreen hack. I've forced it to display in 16:9, but I haven't used the widescreen hack. I think this might require a restart. I don't know. I don't think I've ever completed a full run of the game with the widescreen hack on. But the widescreen hack does help. I'd say the thing with the widescreen hack is it only affects the gameplay. It doesn't affect any of the icons, our assets. So everything else in the game still looks stretched. But if we go, you saw what it looked like a second ago. If we go back into it now, we'll go back to the heliport. With the widescreen hack, we should get... That's better, I think. I think that's better. The widescreen, is this widescreen hack working? I know, this is still, Snake still looks stretched. Snake still looks stretched to me. I wonder if I needed to enable it. I wonder if I needed to enable it whilst I wasn't. Dolphin's cheat system is currently disabled. Enable cheats. Didn't have cheats enabled. There we go. Right. Now you're gonna see it. Trust me. This time I've got it. This time I've definitely got it right. Anytime you like. OBS. There we go. So say the game will look great, but all of the assets, like, you know, fonts and logos and stuff like that, are still, you know, all of these fonts are really stretched still. But now, if we go back to the heliport, now you'll definitely see a difference. Because it's now enabled. That's better. Snake is the right proportion now. So we get, so with the widescreen hack switched on, we now actually get a true widescreen version of the Twin Snakes. Now, it does break it in a couple of places. Not a huge amount of places, but anywhere where you're in quite a tight or enclosed space, you do have a tendency to not see things correctly. You might also notice that some of the assets take a little bit of time to load. As we moved into here, the weapon and item icons were sort of blurry, and then they went solid. And no more snake cake. Yeah, it's the package still isn't 100% complete. The main thing still missing is things like in-game subtitles, the in-game the codec subtitles are still not done, but like pretty much all of the textures within the game have been redone. All of the, you know, as you can say, all of the HUD elements have been redone. So here's a good example of how the widescreen hack kind of affects the game a little bit as we go into the elevator. Oh, actually, the elevator doesn't look that bad. I know the prison, when you're in prison, that kind of looks a bit funky. But as we go into here, I'm sure there was more of this that looked weird. Maybe I'm misremembering. I thought, like, as you came into here, you could see more of over there. But maybe it got fixed. Yeah. I know for a fact that one of the biggest culprits with the widescreen hack is the prison cell. I'm trying to think of the best way of me taking a death here. How can I take a death? Cigarettes. Slowly. No, you can't actually die to cigarettes. I might just have to refresh because I don't have any saves on here, so I'm gonna have to just quickly restart the game again. Yeah, this is at the moment. This is the closest thing we have to a remaster of Twin Snakes. So let's put Snake in prison, and that'll kind of show you. But I don't know how it affects the widescreen hack affects the game in other places because I've never actually done a full run with it. Texture, yeah, the texture pack will have had some effect on it. Right. Let's find one where we are in the medical room. There we go. There we go. So as you can see, these textures on the left and right hand side are not. There is no texture there, so we just see. You can find. I can't remember exactly where I downloaded it from. If you go to the official Dolphin website and go to their forums. There's a forum section for hacks and texture packs, and you can download it from there. If you just search Twin Snakes in the forum, you'll find it. Yes, here we go. This is one area where the widescreen hack does kind of break it a little bit. I knew I'd find somewhere where it almost looks too nice. As I say, the only disadvantage of the widescreen hack is that all of these assets are still designed for 4x3, so everything on the hood is stretched.
My stomach. Damn it.
Whereas if you play with this texture pack in 4x3, they look perfect and it looks lovely. So it might. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing a run. I'll put it up to a vote. We're going to do another run with this texture pack because I want to see it work. I also want to see how much slower the loads are on this version. As I say, I'm running this on the latest version of Dolphin, which came out a few days ago. The latest stable Dolphin release is only a few days old. So yeah, do we run it in 4x3, or do we have a crack running it in widescreen? This is a good opportunity. There's a good opportunity to practice something like this and see if this gets screwed up by any of this. But the widescreen hack shouldn't really affect gameplay. All it does is it just moves the FOV out so that we can play it in widescreen instead.
What the hell?
Because it's worth noting that if we do get Twin Snakes ever in the Master Collection, it won't be widescreen. They won't do anything. They won't add a widescreen mode. Oh, I missed it. It'll still be in 4x3. It'll be as close to the original as possible. which I think is a shame. Hi, Hamud. But you know, dang, this looks this looks so nice. And it's really nice to play as a result. I think we still have do we still have the green? Ah, we don't have that. So we now no longer have this is something that was mentioned earlier. We now no longer have the bright green codec. It's actually correct, and this is how it should look. It shouldn't just have a horrible color. So yeah. But like you can see the floor there where there's like all these scuff marks and stuff like that. This because again, every single texture in the game has been rebuilt from scratch. I'm on normal difficulty, so this is different from what I'd usually end up doing. I can't remember exactly what I'm supposed to be doing here. Yeah. This is, Twin Snakes is, casually, Twin Snakes is worth a go at least once, just to say you've done it. I can see there are a couple of stutters. I have also, like put loads of settings up. So, you know, I'm running on, internal resolution of the game is at 1440p. I've enabled a couple of other bits. I might have a quick look at the settings just because there's been a couple of stutters which we could try and do with avoiding. Yeah, I think you can probably agree that this is, you know, it does look really nice. And this, even if we do get this in the Master Collection, this is probably still going to be a better version because the Master Collection won't do this. As I say, every single texture in the game has been rebuilt and reskinned, so it's a complete reskin of the textures. Konami won't do that. There's no way Konami does that in the Master Collection. Like look at the like computer screens underneath. You can hold a guard up with a chaff. What? I just held that guard up with a chaff grenade. I had no idea you could hold grenades. I had no idea you could hold guards up with grenades. That's insane. Ah, oh, it's too slow. I can't. It's. Grenade hold up. I don't think I can do it again. Hopefully now this should reset this room. I can't do it now. I'm just gonna try. Yeah, apparently so. You say that Nintendo hold their copyrights, but Master Collection Volume 1, we did get the NES version of Metal Gear, which that's the first time that version's ever been. I suppose it. There you go. if you got to punch the guard first. Just to confirm, it doesn't look like you can... Just to confirm, I'm just going to try this one more time. I'm pretty sure I cannot hold this guard up without punching him first. It's going to take a death. Can it? The only grenade I've done it with so far is chaff grenade. This genuinely, there could genuinely be stuff you could do with this. Let's just make sure I can do it with any grenade. Yep. There you go. If you punch first, if you punch a guard, you can hold them up with a grenade. Alright. Alright. We got one last thing to show. I don't know if that guard's going to be there now, because I think I've killed him. Can I make him do dog tags? You drop the grenade, so that's a bit of a problem. All right. Absolute, like, taking the piss here. You could... Okay, if you... The problem with them trying to... I'll have to try it on a... I'll have to try it with a different guard. If you bump into them, you drop the grenade and they immediately like, no. So the question is can I wanted to test first of all, can you hold someone up with a magazine? Because that's amazing. So let's try it on this guard. So I've got a bit more room. No, it seems like as soon as they... Oh, it seems like as soon as they realize that it's not a gun, they don't like it. They like see through it. That was a magazine, so let's try it. Let's try it with a grenade. This is if I can hold up and get a dog tag from a freaking guard by holding them up with a grenade, that's amazing. Let's see. It doesn't look like it because there's no sort of aim. There doesn't appear to be any sort of aim function with it.
Are you okay? Snake! Snake!
But that time it didn't look like the guy. It didn't look like the guy. He didn't. Okay, if it's not a grenade, if it's a stun grenade or a chaff grenade, the guards don't like it. The guards kind of recognize, oh, that's not anything. But if it's a grenade, you can actually keep them in place. The only thing is, unlike other games, I don't know if I'm holding the button properly. The only thing is you can't... Once you've started throwing, you can't stop. Once you started cooking a grenade, you can't stop. Oh, crap.
Who's that? It's the enemy.
Yeah, you can't stop cooking a grenade once you've started in this one. Gun first and then switch to nade. I don't think holding up with the stinger works because I don't. Can you hold a stinger shot? You wouldn't be able to do it with the stinger because you need to be able to hold the fire button and just hitting. You might be able to do it with the Nikita. I say, only problem is once you've started, once you've started cooking a grenade, or in this case a Nikita missile, you can't stop. Let's...
Freeze.
You can hold up guards with the Nikita. Unfortunately now there is...
Don't kill me.
Do you even need to punch? Do you even need to punch with the Nikita? Or can you just walk up to a... Can you just walk up to a guard and... Because also the other thing is, I didn't have to aim. I didn't have to, like, aim at his crotch or anything. I just pointed at him and he was like, don't kill me.
Freeze.
Okay, so with the Nikita is slightly different. The Nikita is slightly different because it actually acts like a gun. The Nikita acts like a gun rather than a grenade. So that I don't think the Nikita is that important.
Snake, are you okay? Snake!
But I don't think there's anything. I think we've probably explored this as much as we can. Yeah, the only thing we still haven't really gotten to the bottom of yet is whether or not what I can actually do with this grenade.
Freeze.
See there, he kind of recognized that I had a grenade in my hand. But PSG 1 again, because I think you can, like, if you hold the button down, well, I'll try it, but I'm pretty sure this is going to work exactly the same way as the Nikita. So we'll swap to...
Freeze.
Just trying to move him a little further away.
Freeze.
So with the PSG 1, it kind of doesn't seem to register. As soon as I get a grenade, as soon as I get the grenade out, the guard's like, nah. But yeah, there you go. If you can punch a guard and then hold them up with a throwable weapon. I'd say there could genuinely be some use for that. Like at the start of Extreme, like I don't know if you can hold up a guard and how much time you get to run away from that guard before weird things happen. All right, let's do a run. Let's actually do a run. I do Maybe. That's a good question. We'd have to check. Let's do a run, but I think I am going to switch back to 4x3.
Snake, what happened?
Because also live split looks bloody awful. Open split. No, not open splits. Open layout. That one. Right. So we're going to go back to our lovely 4x3 version, which obviously looks a bit dumb right now because nothing's working. Right. Switch off widescreen. Play. The window wasn't quite the right size, so I'm having to resize the window on the fly. So it might look a bit weird at first. Oh, I've realized what I've done. Can I change this mid-game? Force 4x3, there we go. There's two settings to change. You have to force 4x3 and undo the other change. Right, so from here now, I want to make this bigger. I apologize for the crackling. That should be correct. There we go. That should now be the right size. All right, let's give this a go. So, running on the latest version of Dolphin, it looks like the auto splitter should still work. We should be all good. Turn off rumble, radar type 1. Blood, I'm gonna keep on for a change because we're going for making this look good. That's the intention here. New game, extreme, radar type 1, game over if discovered. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Start!
Welcome to what should be a really cool looking version of Twin Snakes. And yeah, as you can see now, all of the HUD elements look correct. They don't look stretched. They look nice. Like, look at Snake's health bar at the top next time we see it. And you'll see that it doesn't look... It's not really horribly stretched across. I know for a fact widescreen mode is banned for speedrunning. I don't know whether this texture pack would be allowed. So it does make the game look so much nicer. Let's have a quick... Since all we're doing is hanging around in a box. In a locker. Emulator... Show rules. Emulator rules. No emulator tools, save states, overclocking are allowed. You may make visual changes, such as resolution, but changes such as disabling fog, widescreen hacks, etc. are not allowed. So that would therefore suggest to me that a texture pack is probably also not allowed. So when I now PB, this is going to be horrible. So note to self, don't get a PB. Yeah. And a note to Konami, if you do put this in Master Collection Volume 2,
What's wrong?
this is what your biggest competition is. It's got to look as good as this. And we have to start all over again because I definitely won't PB now. I mean, I could reset. It's probably worth, you know, fuck it. It's probably worth resetting. just so that I don't start with that. Also, I really should actually get a damn save. No, I freaking hit right too quickly. Definitely needs a reset now. Right. Bum ba bum bum.
Reset.
Right. I think it's... Is it Shift F1? Play that same song! Shift F1. Yeah, there we go. Right. I have an emulator save state now to work with. Right. New game. Extreme. Radar type 1. Game over if discovered. 3, 2, 1.
Start.
Thanks, Snake. All right, for reals this time. Yeah, look at that radar. Look at that that codec screen. Doesn't it look fantastic? Now that it looks exact. So I don't need to boot up a console version. That's what it should look like. It shouldn't look really green or really blue. It should look like that. It should look like it does in Metal Gear Solid 2. Yeah, it's I'd say the big downside of Twin Snake speedrunning is that we are forced to run it in version 5.0 of Dolphin. And if I find version Dolphin, so we're not doing anything. Dolphin 5.0.0. That is what it is. 5.0.0. Which this version of Dolphin was released in June of 2016. So yes, we are forced to run Twin Snakes on almost 9-year-old version of Dolphin. All because the loading times are better. And because that was the norm for so long, I'm afraid it's been 9 years. Because that was the norm for so long, there's an argument that says you could change it now and say that you're no longer allowed to use version 5.0 and you have to be running on the latest version. But you either do one of two things. You either have to sunset every single previous run and they are no longer valid. They're no longer valid speedruns, which would piss a lot of people off. Or you say that those runs are still valid and everyone just has to deal with the fact that the world record until some sort of like new tech comes along, you have to deal with the fact that the world record will never get broken. What I think we missed a trick. I was about to say I think we missed a trick with the Prozac skip. I think what needs to happen for the longevity of Twin Snakes speedrunning on emulator, so that users can have a better experience, I think what needs to happen is the next time some major glitch comes out, is discovered, that is when the rule needs to be changed to you now must be running on the latest version of Dolphin. Because at that point, as long as whatever the new skip is enough to counter whatever loading time differences there are with this, that is then when a world record on a previous version on 5.0 can be beaten. The reason why it wouldn't have worked with the Prozac skip is because the major time you get a time save from getting out of prison quicker, but the biggest time save with Prozac skip is is the dock. Not having to wait for the elevator is a massive time save. The problem with that is it cannot be done on hard and extreme. So if we'd said when the Prozac skip came out, right, you now know you can now run, you now have to run on the latest version of Dolphin, you can't use 5.0 anymore, we'd have still been in the problem where it would have been very unlikely that extreme and hard could have ever seen a world record. Because the amount of time you save with the with just the prison skip probably isn't enough to counter the loading times. Now the thing is we still you'll notice that live split, the IGT for live split does pause very occasionally. It will pause when there is a reasonably long load. It's just the timing in between those is still too long. This is going to be a good example of it, actually, because there's not much here that I can get wrong. It's things like, you know, the transition into and out of cutscenes and stuff, where the timer doesn't pause, is where we sort of run into it. But this split, there you go. My previous, that was nearly 2 seconds behind that previous split, just as a result of running on this version. And if you think that will add up a lot over the course of a full run. I cannot for the life of me remember. I bloody did it. I did it yesterday. I got a gold split because I got out. I need to relook at how that one's done. Well, that was not great.
What are you waiting for?
This is the one downside of doing the SOCOM roll. You don't quite get as lined up nicely. You don't have a reason to get lined up as nicely. I hope he still didn't throw that grenade. Oh, I have one bullet left. Yeah, that was not a very good guard encounter, so I'm not surprised that I am 30 seconds behind. But some of that does come from, you know, the changes with Dolphin. I will get some more ammo. There's plenty of ammo to be had. I do like the font of the elevator screen there, where it says what floor you're on. That's a font I wouldn't mind for a timer on in a marathon. Right, I'm gonna pop one of those down there, down to about here. Got to be careful with this one now. There we go. To make sure I don't get hit by that, because that would have killed me. And onto Ocelots. Just got to make sure I don't take a hit here.
Hiding won't help you.
Mess up that final hit just a little bit. We need that Japanese PS1. Run for Ocelot. Ocelot. Tappa, tappa, tappa. All right, now call Meryl. For 0.15. It would still be interesting to do a run on the latest version without this texture pack, just to see, because it just runs so much better. One of the other major advantages... Whoops, that ended a lot quicker than I was expecting. One of the other major advantages of the latest version, or at least beyond 5.0, it's been around for a while, but I only really compare 5.0 with, you know, what we've got right now, is this is also running on Vulkan. Welcome back. No, yes. We discovered that as long as you punch them first, you can hold a guard up with a grenade. But if you can't really, like, you... Okay, I was holding every button. I was holding the buttons I'm supposed to be holding. I don't understand why. I'm not sure. I mean, you're sort of seeing that in the vent there. I was 2 seconds. I don't know if this works now. I don't know if the timing... Yeah, the timing's off. Yeah, I'm confused why I'm still going into that panel. There we go. Yeah, I don't know the exact timings. We'd need another split where everything sort of goes correct. When I was in the vent going to the DARPA chief, I lost 2 seconds. And there's not much going on in that. There's not much going on in that scene. Snake, what are you doing?
See how you like this?
Oh, what? Ah! Fucking hell. If I can get back here, then I'm out of bloody bullets! The heck? This is only getting worse. Maybe I won't show you a full run. Come on, Nick. Maybe I won't show you a full run of Twin Snakes on with this texture pack. Because apparently I can't do anything tonight. Better. Okay, better phase 1.
See how you like this?
There we go. It should be good now. Nearly. Okay, we got there in the end. I had to use a lot more bullets than I usually would, but we did get there in the end. Phew! Nearly 2 minutes behind. At tank.
Is there somebody there? Huh? What was that just now?
What was that just now? Do-do-do-do-do. 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 Oh. Give it 3 taps just for good luck. Yeah, that font there above, just above the elevator buttons, is a really nice font. As I say, it looked really good on a timer. I have 1 SOCOM bullet. That is not enough bullets. Let's make sure that guard over there doesn't spot me. Can I get back in the elevator before it closes? Lovely. 1 hop this time. Bow. 2 hops this time. Bow, bow. Cha-cha, real smooth. Do-do-do-do-do. One thing I realized I was saying and got distracted by bad tank. There's no Vulcan support on 5.0. Whoops. On 5.0, I run in DirectX 3D12. Because it works fine and it's obviously better than... Oh, what? Obviously better than... better than OpenGL. Oh my god. Everybody clap your hands. I'm making a right mess of this. There we go. Got there in the end. Clunk. Run, Snake, before you suffocate. Yeah, Vulcan is a lot smoother. It works better. It taps better into GPUs and stuff like that. Like most emulators run through Vulcan now. Alright, ninja time. We're doing ninja stuff now. Too close. Oh, I'm right in the bottom left corner. That was a really bad place to do that. It is the basis of all combat. See, it just doesn't have the same. It doesn't have the same as the original. Punch. You know that. You got, it's a real guttural voice. Hurt me more. Yeah, it's just not. I don't know why they decided to change it for Twin Snakes. Why they gave the voice actor gig to one of the other actors. It was a very strange decision. Trying to think if there's been like any news over the last couple of days. Nothing's really happened over the last couple of days. America's still fucked. Europe's whacked massive tariffs on whiskey. So there goes me buying any more Jack Daniels. I'm gonna grab some ammo just to be on the safe side here. I've not had a very good time with ammo so far this evening. Yeah, I can't think of anything else that's really changed or happened. We're doing a lot more Node CG work and just the package. Oh yeah, there was that ship crash. Yeah, it was like an oil tanker or something crashed into a military vessel. Very strange. So the US can't keep its planes under control, and apparently we can't keep our boats under control. Or something like that. Here we go. This will be another good example of a split. To test what the times are. Nearly a second. You see my previous best there. I lost nearly a second in that split. And I couldn't have done that much faster than I did. Like, here's going to be another one. No, because the original voice actor for the Ninja is still does voice work for Twin Snakes. Is it Greg Eagles? So if I can get this PPK off on Meryl nice and quick. Fairly quick. There you go. Just over a second and a half lost versus my best there. And again, I couldn't have done that section a second and a half faster. Sure, there's always tiny little optimizations you can make. Not a second and a half's worth. Hope I'm in the right place for this. I might be a little too far to the right. We'll find out. Oh, I wasn't even close. So we just punch. Go and get into position. Got him in the legs. That's good. He should now go to the... Oh, he's... I'm going to have to move because he's going to be right there. Oh, I hate that. Can't seem to get back into the groove of this fight on Extreme. If you want to get good at Mantis, learn it on Extreme, because you don't have a choice. You have to get good. You can properly see the barcodes in his tattoos. Snake should stand up here. No, he's not. No! I don't know.
Snake!
Yeah, I'm not sure what the reason was. This might be better. I'm not quite under the vase. You want to be aiming pretty much at the vase. Yeah, I'm still not far enough. That was not a headshot, so I now need to try and get to... Alright, hopefully Mantis is going to go sort of back to the middle. So I've just really struggled to get back into Mantis. It's really, I don't know. Except I'm... Oh, I haven't got the Meryl flop. This Meryl's just killed me instead. Oh god, I mean this is good. This is no, it's not good. This is at least practice for Mantis, which is always a good thing. Getting practice in for something, but this I don't know. That felt better. Hopefully this is the right shot. Nope, that was I missed that shot as well. So I need to hit him. There we go, 2 more times, and now I should be back on for Meryl Flop. There we go. That's better. I think we definitely need a break from Twin Snakes as well. Right, I think from next week, we will start having a look at what I want to do for GDQ submissions. And then after we've done GDQ submissions, we'll come back to both Crash Bandicoot and Twin Snakes and sort of carry on from there. That's better. That's how that shot should go. Ah, this is a really long dialogue. And nice finish as well. That's a much better Mantis fight.
We've managed to avoid drowning.
Could even put a stop in death. I don't know. It's a good question. I can't remember what. I can't remember if anything happened. Like, it can't do anything in MGS1, right? Because there you go. You can just run around that first wolf. I figured because you can run around that wolf, you run around that wolf to grab the you run around that wolf to grab the PSG-1 ammo. So I figured, why don't I just always run around that wolf? And I don't need to shoot it. But yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's nothing in the PS1 Master Version collection for Mantis doing anything. Mantis doesn't pick up on anything in that version, right? Because there's no... You can't interact with save games in that way. Not without some sort of wizardry, which Konami definitely wouldn't have had the time to put in. You can add fake save data for other games to the memory card. Right. Hopefully they do the same with this then. I wonder what they do with I wonder what they do with Mantis on MGS4. Because there's 2 different Mantis interactions on MGS4 as well. Spoiler alert for MGS4. If you don't want to hear the results, look away now. So of the 4 Beauty and the Beast units, the final Beauty and the Beast unit that you take on in Act 5 is Praying Mantis. And it is revealed at the end of that fight that basically the ghost of Psycho Mantis was implanted into her using nanomachines. So she is possessed by the ghost of Psycho Mantis. And Psycho Mantis tries to do the same tricks that he does to you in the PS1 version. So he tries to read your memory card, but then he's like, oh, I can't read you. You don't have a memory card. You're on PlayStation 3, so you're using a hard drive. So there is no memory card for me to read. And then he tries to move your controller with the power of his mind. Now, when MGS4 was first released, this was before the DualShock 3. We only had the 6-axis controller. So he says he says something along the lines of, what? No DualShock or something like that, and he can't do it. They did patch the game when the DualShock 3 then came out. They did patch the game because first of all, they patched it so that the DualShock 3 had vibration function, so it could actually do shit. There's our one body shot, hopefully. Nope, that's a body shot. Yeah, I knew she was going to hide there. Might as well just take a step forwards. I'll do. Not too bad. I've used a DualSense, it doesn't detect it. Yeah, that's so yeah, they not only did they patch the game so that you could then use your DualShock 3 and there were vibration functions in the game, but also they added new dialogue and new stuff to that cutscene so that I can't remember exactly what happens. Mantis is like, you're using DualShock 3 but you still can't do it or something. I can't remember what happens. But obviously, knowing Konami, I imagine they won't, because it would be quite difficult to go in and actually change the game code and I think, you know, they're certainly not going to get the voice actor back to do new lines to add in. So I imagine. Oh, that sounds familiar. So I imagine they won't do anything with it. I think they'll just do the same as before. If you're using a controller and the game can detect that it's got a vibration function, you'll get that version. And if you don't, if you're not using one, then you'll get the other version. But it will still mention the fact that it's PS3. That was it. I was just also thinking of that. So there's another moment. I can't remember what the thing about Blu-rays is, but in Act 4 of the game, which takes place in Shadow Moses, they could just remove the line. That's a good point. But in Act 4 of Shadow Moses, when you go down into the blast furnace for the first time, you get a call from Otacon, and Otacon tells you to change the disc. Because obviously in Metal Gear Solid 1, when you go into the blast furnace, that's when you move on to disc 2. So Otacon's like, okay, Snake, time to change the disc. I know, it's cumbersome, but, you know, we've got to do it. And he's like, wait a minute. Oh yeah, you're on PlayStation 3. There's no need to change the disc, or something along those lines. I imagine they won't do anything. They'll either, as you say, rip the line out so the codec call doesn't happen, or they'll just say that, you know, they'll just stick with the line, you're on PlayStation 3. I find it very unlikely that they will get Christopher Randolph back just to redo that line. That's a good question. Probably? Because Assassin's Creed isn't locked to one system. There have been Assassin's Creed games on all three major systems now. So, unlike Snake versus Monkey mode, there shouldn't be any problem with the Assassin's Creed, with, you know, Ubisoft saying no, you're not allowed to use it because console. But presumably they'll still have to get the rights from Ubisoft. The other question that people have asked about is the in-game iPod. Will the in-game iPod return? Because of course that was licensed. I'm screwing this up something fierce. Yeah, that was just screwed up. Should have gone with the backup there is just throw Johnny and run out the room and then run back in. So with the iPod, what they'll either do is they could probably keep. I don't know how much of the design. The iPod's obviously a very iconic design. They could either just give, because it's just a HUD item, it shouldn't be. That's not a very difficult change. They could just give it a texture swap. Yeah, and remove all references to it being Apple iPod, and all of that. Or they'll just remove the item completely. My thinking is, with a lot of this stuff, is they probably will go the extra mile to do some of those changes, partly because it's a game that was originally on PlayStation 3,
Is there somebody there?
now being adapted. Oh, what? Oh, the MGS4 Integral podcast is amazing. It's so good to listen to. Because it's a PS3 game,
What's that?
and they're having to remake they're having to port a PS3 game over to PC and other files. There's a lot of work to do there. This is going. MGS4 will be Konami's most ambitious project when it comes to ports of this nature. So because they're having to do so much already, I kind of feel like, they're already tinkering with so many files that they might as well just do it. Is kind of the way I see it, at least. Oh, there's a Heidi home. Hi, Heidi. Heidi has returned from her band. I think our first indicator will be what happens in Delta, because Metal Gear Solid 3 had loads of licensed products in it. You got Calorie May, you got Triumph. Eva's motorcycle is a very specific Triumph model. So I think we'll get an idea of what might happen in MGS4 with Delta. Already from Delta, we've seen one really, really good way that licensing and other franchises is being handled, and that is with Snake vs. Monkey mode. So as it currently stands, you can only play Snake vs. Monkey mode. Which, if you don't know what I'm talking about, in MGS3, when MGS3 was first released, it included an extra mode called Snake vs. Monkey mode, where you ran around as Snake, capturing ape escape monkeys. That is how Snake vs. Monkey mode worked. It was a lot of fun. It's a bit silly. The speedruns are terrible for it, because you just throw a stun grenade and then run around and grab some monkeys. When Europe got Snake Eater for the first time, there was a couple of extra levels, and then when we got Subsistence, they added a couple of extra levels. However, once MGS3 started to become available on other platforms other than the PlayStation 2, so through the HD collection, it was removed, because the HD collection was released for the PlayStation 3, but it was also released for the Xbox 360, and as it still stands, Ape Escape is a Sony licensed franchise, so Sony weren't going to allow Ape Escape to appear, or Ape Escape elements to appear on the Xbox 360. So the Xbox 360 version, as the Xbox 360 version couldn't have it. Auto disc swap is also on. They didn't include it in the PS3 version, because the Master Collection is just a port of the HD collection. The Master Collection of MGS3 also does not include any Snake vs. Monkey mode. However, there is some modding efforts to try and take the original assets from the PS2 versions of MGS3 to put them into the Master Collection on PC, at least. Obviously, you can't mod. Can you mod PS3 game? Certainly not without hacking. I don't even know if the PS3 and Xbox Series S and X been hacked yet. I'm pretty sure I might have heard something about the PS5 at some point. I am not having a very good time here. I've not been very lucky with getting shot. Hopefully I'm going to be all right. I've kind of got to get a little bit lucky here. Okay, we're good, good. Phew! Can't cut that much closer. I don't know if dev mode would allow you to apply mods to games. I don't know much about dev mode. Yeah, I don't think I've seen any progress on Snake versus Monkey, but I have seen like a prototype mod of duel mode, which is boss rush or individual boss fights, which weren't in the Master Collection and HD Collection, but were in the PS2 version. I don't know why they didn't put duel into the into the HD Collection. There was no issue with that, but they didn't do it. So yeah, someone has successfully brought duel from the PS2 version over to the Master Collection. And as I say, I'm pretty sure there is also an effort to do the same with Snake vs. Monkey mode. But anyway, going back to, so that's Snake versus Monkey mode. So with Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta, which is obviously the remake that's coming out later this year, I've got no stun grenades left. I'm gonna have to do the big boss version of this, which is to go pow pow pow. No rations. Can't remember if you're supposed to get if you can get rations from that or not. So yeah, Delta, the latest trailer for Delta revealed that Snake vs. Monkey mode is returning, which is fantastic. We finally get Snake vs. Monkey mode again, which is going to be great. It was the very end of the trailer. It showed one of the monkeys popping up and having fun. It was later confirmed that Snake vs. Monkey mode will only be coming to the PlayStation 5 version and the Steam version, well, the PC version. Is it? I don't know if it's coming to the Epic Game Store. Is it Steam exclusive? Is it only available on Steam? Cheers, Waveless. I actually have no idea. But yes, PC and PlayStation 5 players will get Snake vs. Monkey mode. So what about Xbox, of course, there? And the answer is the Xbox version is going to have Snake vs. Bomberman instead. So it'll be presumably exactly the same game mode, but instead of Ape Escape Apes, you'll fight little Bombermen. Because obviously Bomberman is another franchise that is owned by Konami, and actually Konami have put Metal Gear Solid characters into more recent Bomberman games. The last Bomberman game, I think, had Snake, Big Boss, and Raiden as playable characters. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's only coming to Steam. I haven't pre-ordered it yet. I probably should do. I know Fanatical's probably the cheapest place to get it from. I had been waiting to see if CD Keys might have it, but I bet even if CD Keys has it, it's still going to be £60. Oh, I've never spent that much on a video game before. Switch 2 could have versus Gumba
Kept
or
you
something.
waiting, huh?
Oh, hey, February. Yeah, if we do, there are rumors that Delta is going to come to the Switch 2. There's absolutely no way Delta would run on the Switch. Yes, there have been rumors about it coming to the Switch 2. And yeah, if we do, I see they could do some sort of deal with Nintendo to do a Nintendo character, but there's no reason why Snake vs Bomberman wouldn't work on the Switch. Where is he? Nice, I got the extra shot in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I got him. Let's get out of the way. I didn't think that was going to lock on then.
Useless piece of junk!
This is going a heck of a lot better than the previous run, isn't it? Bruh. I mean, if you go in by sort of historical standards, it'd be Snake versus Yoshi. There's already a precedent for it to be Yoshi. Something like changing characters for Yoshi should be really easy because, you know, it's just a model swap. There shouldn't be anything taxing with trying to do something like that. Also, there's the opportunity for like version exclusive costumes. You know, we're already getting camouflages as DLC. Because of course we are, because it's bloody 2025. So the game's already getting carved up. I've said it before, I'll say it again. The moderators for Delta, because there are already speedrun moderators for Delta, absolutely need to make it a rule that all DLC skins, all DLC camouflages are banned for speedrunning. You should not have to spend more money just to get an advantage in game. A Mario camo for $10.99. It would be as well, wouldn't it? It just depends if you can see Konami being asked to do it. That's the thing. This is Konami we're talking about. They're pretty lazy, as we saw from Master Collection Volume 1. So I wouldn't hold your breath for anything. Buggy, fix in post, content carved up. I mean, Master Collection Volume 1, the content was so carved up.
Too late, Snake. Now die!
Oh, stand still, you little bugger. Oh, you almost got your first sub hour. I have been quietly reading your posts on the MGSR Discord. You're doing really well. And it's always great to see new people getting into this game in particular. A lot of people overlook Twin Snakes and don't bother with it. But I still stand by that Twin Snakes is a better speedrun than MGS1. Much better speedrun than MGS1. In fact, I would argue Twin Snakes is a better speedrun than MGS2. MGS2's endgame is really boring. It's so dull. Particularly in a speedrun. Oh, come on, Nick. Where are you? Oh, got her. Good. Nope. She's going back. Oh, that was not a headshot. That was. Just gonna duck down. Oh, I am using up a lot more ammo than I should be doing. Oh, I'm definitely going to need to get more ammo before Raven. Not ideal. Wolf has insane iframes. Ugh. That sounds horrible. Four to 5 seconds after you hit her. Good God. That sounds dope. Into the blast furnace. Hopefully that... I don't think that guard's going to do anything. We're good. Right, I need to run up and grab the extra PSG-1 ammo that's up here. I should have enough. Pretty sure I'm going to have enough. I could be wrong. I hope I'm not. Snake, why did you move your aim? I did not ask Snake to turn at all there. I definitely need a break from this before we try Big Boss. Still haven't decided what exactly I want to do with speedrun.com, with SGDQ submissions yet. If anyone... Twin Snakes is absolutely not something I'm going to submit. I've done Twin Snakes twice for GDQ events. I don't want to do it a third time. I've only done GDQ main stage once, and that was Twin Snakes. I've done Hotfix twice, and that was Twin Snakes and Unmetal. And I've done an online short notice marathon with MGS3. I don't think I have a Metal Gear Solid. I will probably submit MGS3 Euro Extreme or Keratons Just because I'm probably not going to use up all five games. But I don't know what else. Oh, Raven. Sweet Raven. Please don't shoot me, sweet Raven. Now please stay there. Please don't move. Nice! Good, Raven. Woo! That still shits me up, that fight. Horrible, horrible Raven. It's so dumb that Raven goes from the easiest boss to the hardest in with one difficulty change. Oh, that's cool. I still haven't actually... I've just realised I still haven't actually looked up how I'm supposed to get through this room. On Extreme. I really should actually have a look at that at some point. How do we beat that room on Extreme? Ugh. Oh, what? Oh, I'm out of bloody M9 ammo. Oh, I didn't call Otacon 3 times. I only called him once. Right, what am I going to do now that I'm out of M9? I hate this run. Whoops. I can't use the SOCOM because I've not got a silencer for it. I think I might have screwed myself a little bit here. I don't know when I was supposed to get more M9 ammo. I don't know where more M9 ammo is. Like, I don't think there's any in here. I can get that guy. The only thing I can think of is I'm far enough away from the other guy. I should be able to M9 the guy on the catwalk below here. And now I should be able to SOCOM this guy and it shouldn't be a problem. Nope. I might be screwed. I might genuinely, this run might genuinely be over. Because I don't think either of these are M9. No, that was more SOCOM ammo. I have no idea if there's any more M9 ammo anywhere. Oh god.
Is there somebody there? I
don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Are you okay? Snake!
There's got to be some M9 ammo in this room somewhere. I can't actually see that guard over that ledge. This might be over. I definitely need to take a break from this stupid run. I'm going back to GDQ. I'm tempted because I can't think of much else that I would want to run. I am tempted to go back and submit Mini Ghost. Come on, Nick. Thanks, Heidi. I am actually tempted to submit Mini Ghosts. Just because the thing with my GDQ submissions is I do have to. Oh god, that guy's coming now. I do have to submit. I'm submitting for
What happened?
submitting for remote runner. Now, remote runners do not usually get very long speed runs. You're not going to find a remote runner doing a 3-hour run. Like the first time after SGDQ that I submitted as a remote runner, I submitted like the Metal Gear Solid trilogy. I was like, upon reflection, really bad idea. They're not giving a remote runner a 3-hour run. Remote runners tend to be quite short. Because they don't want, you know, they want the time given to the live runners. Understandable. So I got quite lucky last year in that I still had MGS3 All Keratons Extreme accepted as a backup run, because, you know, that's quite a long run. Oh, there we go. I can use the PSG-1. I can use the PSG-1T on that guy. That's SOCOM ammo. There's no M9 ammo anywhere? So the only thing I can think of is, like, could I be far enough away from that guy? Yes. There we go. I was far enough away from him so that he couldn't hear the shot. Oh. This difficulty. Headfinu, now that you have run, and you can successfully run very easy difficulty, you can now run every single difficulty up to hard. Is my promise to you is you can run every difficulty, including hard now that you've learnt very easy, because Twin Snakes is a very easy speedrun. As long as you understand the basics and you can do stuff well, hard is not a problem. Hard's really fun because you don't get the M9, and like hard difficulty is Snake just going absolutely mad and just killing everybody, which is hilarious. Doesn't have the hard doesn't have the Prozac skip at the start because there's no throwables. But yeah, there's a couple of little extra bits you have to learn, and things change slightly. But yeah, if you can do very easy, you can do anything up to hard. Extreme is where you completely go off the rails and have to do the run very, very different. As you can see, I'm doing extreme right now, and I am 15 minutes behind PB. This run is just... I've been practicing this. What, this must be week 3 And I'm just not getting any better. I'm only getting worse. And we're 3 weeks in. This... Oh, that guy's alive again. That's great. I guess though, this is the disadvantage of my new way of trying to do streams. Because previously, when I've practiced these games, I've done 2 streams a week. How far away do I need to be from him? Nope, too close.
Snake,
I've done 2 streams a week of the same game. So, you know, I'll do a speedrun practice of this on a Tuesday and then the same again on a Thursday. But because I've decided to now try and split my time a bit more evenly between Metal Gear and non-Metal Gear, it means I'm not actually getting the... I'm only unless I find time to practice off stream, and just because of doing things like, you know, Speed for TLC and all the stuff that I'm doing with NoTG and Speedrun Tours UK and stuff like that. My spare time outside of streaming is not being spent speedrunning. It's spent coding, writing layouts. Is that M9 ammo? Nope, that's FAMAS. You know, doing lots of stuff that isn't speedrunning. Occasionally I'll try and get a run in, but they're rare. And to be honest, when it comes to playing video games at the moment, if I'm not, you know, if I am playing a video game, it's either I'm on my Vita because it's accessible and easy to grab, or if I'm on my PC, I'm playing TFT because I'm trying to hit Emerald before the current set ends. I'm not doing very well. I keep jumping between Platinum 2 and 3. I can't get to Plat 1 at the moment. So Emerald seems a bit out of reach for me at the moment. But anyway, so yeah, I'm not getting as much practice on these games as I normally would. So I think for the next couple of weeks when we do GDQ runs and like preparing those runs, I think I'm going to change it up. And oh my god, this guy's alive. Oh god, this guy, it's been so long, this guy's awake again. I don't like this category. Because now I can't, he's literally just waking up as well. If I shoot him now, he's gonna go. I'm just stuck in an endless loop of not being able to do anything. Can't fire a... I can't do it. I can't do anything. I have completely screwed up this run. Like, unless the only thing I can think of is to go down and round. Because the first guy's awake again. It's been so long that all these guards are now waking up again. It's done. It's done. It's over. I'm not. I can't do it anymore. Oh dear. What am I doing? So much for it. Supposed to be working on Big Boss for this category, and it ain't happening. It's not happening anytime soon, is it?
Reset.
Oh dear. I am a failure. I am just bad at video games. I am the worst at video games. It was the best of times. It was the blurst of times. Okay. What do we do now? What the frick do I do now? I'm going to have a drink. That's what I'm going to do to start. What do? What the actual frick do I do? I desperately need this break from Twin Snakes. It's not, I'm not feeling it. It's not working. The game doesn't like me and I don't like the game anymore. We will return. I do absolutely want to try and go for big boss rank in this game. The other thing I need to do is actually do a stream where I'm not freaking tired, really tired. That hasn't happened for a little while either. That will probably help a little bit. But yeah, we will take a break from this and Crash for the next couple of weeks. I want to just have a quick look again at, see if I can I find, someone posted it on Discord, the GDQ timings. Here we go, found it. Submissions open on the 19th of March, which is next Wednesday, and submissions close on the 31st of March. So we have a little under 2 weeks to get submissions in. So the big question with that is which games am I going to submit? Probably, as I said, there's five options. We have 5 games that we can submit. MGS3, all keratons, I'm pretty sure I should continue to submit. It got on the backup list last time. It did get into disaster relief done quick, so there is a good chance that it's still gonna get in. It's probably like the last time MGS3 could be in a marathon for a little while, because with Delta releasing in August and Awesome Games Done Quick being in January, I am like 90% certain Delta will be in AGDQ 2026. I'd be very, very surprised if it doesn't get in. It will not be by me, because it will be by someone who can go to America and do it live. And I cannot do that. There is no way I can afford to go to America in January next year. It's not happening. I also, therefore, I'm not sure whether it's worth submitting other Metal Gear games. Metal Gear has had multiple appearances in a single GDQ before, and I suppose because of Delta, they might want to make a bit more of a deal about Metal Gear. I don't know. But there was a year where Ground Zeroes and MGS2 were both MGS2 and Metal Gear were both ran. We've got that wonderful website that Selcouth Mind shared last stream. I bookmarked it so I can easily get back to it. GDQVods.com, really good website. It just has it's just a database of VODs from almost every GDQ. Disaster Relief Done Quick isn't in there. And you can search by series as well, so I can just type Metal Gear into it. And just find all games in the Metal Gear franchise. Events. AGDQ 2023. AGDQ 2023 had MGS3 and Ground Zeroes. 2022 had 3. Substance, Rising, and Metal Gear. I forgot about Rising being 2022. AGDQ 2022, Metal Gear Solid and Metal Gear Solid 2. The Metal Gear Solid 2 run was only a tanker run, though. It was tanker blindfolded. SGDQ 2021, AGDQ 2021, SGDQ 2020, AGDQ 2019 had 3 as well. AGDQ 2019 had Metal Gear 2, and Metal Gear Solid 2. So yeah, there is actually a lot of precedent. There's a lot of events which have had multiple Metal Gear runs in one event. It's only in the last couple of years, actually, that there's only been the one. AGD January 2023 was the last time there was more than one Metal Gear game in a single event. But before that, there was at least two for quite a while. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there is a precedent to still, for AGDQ next year, to still submit Metal Gear games. They might, as I say, they might want to make more of a deal of the fact that they've got Delta and have something else showing. Eventually, I'd love to see a race. I'd want to see a race between the three different versions of MGS3. So someone playing MGS3, probably the Master Collection version because it's the most accessible. Someone running the 3DS version and someone running Delta. All three racing. If the timings kind of work out, I don't know. We'd have to see. You miss me just being absolutely terrible at Twin Snakes. It's not been a very good set of runs this evening. In fact, you can see the game over screen still here. I've given up. Unless you're watching the YouTube vertical stream, you can't see anything. Oh yeah, and I did find a new trick. I'll have to post it on MGSR and see if this has ever been known. But I discovered that I know what we can do. I know exactly what we can do. We can open up the Master Collection and we can have a look to see if this is doable in other games. That's what we can do. So at least in Twin Snakes, at the very least, we discovered that if you punch a guard, you can then hold them up with any throwable weapon. The big question is can that be done in any other game? So that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to spend a little bit of time exploring. So let's go. So first up is MGS3. Oh yeah, I haven't used this scene in a while. I really need to do another what is, like, my webcam on this scene is like crazy far over. I really need to go through and have a look at. I've got so much stuff on here that's outdated. I thought I fixed this, but apparently not. Like, obviously that goal area stuff is just off. That one's fine. No, it's not. Let's just get rid of it. We're just gonna have a blank space there. I'm just gonna put a picture there. Let me just find an image to put there. Have I still got a keratin image somewhere? Yeah, I do. We'll just put keratin there. We'll just put Big Frog. Big Frog showing his absolutely showing his what he's made of there by being really big. There we go. We can at least fill the space with something. That'll do. Done. Big frog can fill the space. Right, let's have a look. Can this trick be done in any other Metal Gear game? There's only two other games to test. That is Metal Gear Solid 3 and Metal Gear Solid 2. Metal Gear Solid 2 is more likely because it's the same engine. Metal Gear Solid 3 is a slightly altered version of the MGS 2 engine. So it could work, but there is a better chance that it doesn't work in MGS 3. It definitely won't work in something like MGS 4 because it's a completely different... Well, I suppose MGS 4 does still have hold-ups. MGS 5 has hold-ups, but they are, as I say, they're very, very different engines. I really don't want to try this on European Extreme. Okay, I do have some very easy. Warehouse? I'm trying to think of a good... Warehouse might be a good idea. So I do have some stun grenades. And here is our first victim. Okay, so he obviously heard my footsteps. So in Twin Snakes, we did clip it, so I'll find the clip. There we go. I'll send you that one. So in Twin Snakes, we discovered, and I don't know if this is something that has been discovered before. This might not be new. This might not be a new discovery. This might be something that is already well known. Oh, not doing a very good job here. The big issue in MGS3 is guards can hear your footsteps. They can't in Metal Gear Solid, in Twin Snakes and 2. So yeah, sorry, I'll try again. In Twin Snakes, we discovered that if you punch a guard, you can then hold that guard up with a throwable item, such as a grenade. You can do it with a magazine. Okay, so that case, that might not have worked just because the guard turned round. I'm going to say no. That to me suggests no. That can't be done. So that's I think that's safe to debunk. I'm sure I think people agree there. Like the guard turns around, I did the same thing and it didn't work. It just wasn't on MGS3. Recently, someone, I think it was April. It's usually April, but it might not have been this time. Or maybe it's Pazzo. There is a new Warehouse 2 on European Extreme. If you didn't know this already. I did share it on my Discord server. If you haven't seen it, it's kind of interesting. It seems like it's probably it's faster. It's faster, and I think if done well, it's more consistent. I got the wrong items out. So you shoot, throw a grenade there, roll over, land here, and I was slightly too slow. You do need to, you do have to take a shot. Let me try that again. There we go. And that is the new Warehouse 2. No more... No, I'll reset it so I can do it again. No, no box headshot. No, trying to take out the guy at the bottom. It does, however, have one big problem. That I think I screwed that roll up. I think it's consistent. I'm just not very good at it yet. Like, you have to be able to throw that grenade pretty straight. I got spotted by someone else. I didn't distract the guard at the bottom. There's a guard at the bottom you're supposed to distract with a shot, and I don't think that shot distracted him. Hopefully I can get this right now. Oh, that guard spotted me. If that guard spots you, it means the smoke grenade isn't quite in the right position. I think I've thrown that smoke grenade way too early. There's your problem. Cosmic figured out the problem. You can't get the keratin with this method. I've tried, because there are only a couple of positions you can shoot that keratin from. It's the keratin in this room is really elusive. It's in such an awkward spot. It's crazy. Oh, what? I don't know why that... So, when I first learnt this and realised that I could do it, I can do it. I'm just screwing it up badly. Sure you throw... I might have thrown that a bit too far to the left. Nah, I failed that. That's the thing, you have to be able to do that ledge grab. That was better. You saw that shot that I took distracted the guard at the bottom. So yeah, when I first learnt this trick, I tried putting the keratin into it, and it just wasn't going to happen. Oh, snake. So I started working on a route for getting the keratin on the first time in. It makes the first time in slower, but I think that's made up for with this trick being slightly faster. Oh, what? But the basic way of then getting the keratin in the first one is you just take out all the guards. You just stand there and take out all the guards, and it's kind of like, it's not really a speedrun strategy at that point. You're just like standing there shooting people. As I say, it's all down to this first smoke grenade. But I do honestly think that it's definitely faster. When it works, it's definitely faster. You do get that problem. If you mash triangle too quickly, as you jump off the edge, you'll grab the ledge from that side instead. Which is kind of funny. I'd not seen that happen before until this trick. That should be it. There we go. Ta-da! There we go. I can do it. Right. Let's have a look at Metal Gear Solid 2. Because there is a much better chance that the grenade trick works in MGS2. Hopefully. I'm trying to think of the best place to try this. Where's going to be a good place to try this? Let's go... No, not on the roof. All right, yeah, this is probably the best idea. All right, so we're going to see if this works. This is trying to hold up a guard with a grenade or any throwable. It can be a grenade, it can be a magazine. All are good options. And we definitely have, so we've got some chaff grenades, and there should be some guards in this room. Yes. So we can try it on this guard. So chaff grenades. So punch. Oh. I moved a little too close. I was a little too close to that guy. I'll just run out and run back in. We're on very easy, so we're gonna reset rooms very, very quickly. There you go. You absolutely can. As it's doable in MGS2, I gotta feel like this is known. There's no way I'm discovering this. This has to already be known. There's no way that nobody knew about this. It's just this is definitely the kind of thing that people would overlook because it doesn't help. You can't, there's not really much use for it in a speedrun. Except it doesn't mean you can do that. So if you're in a position where you have no weapons, you have no guns, you could still hold a guard. You could still hold a guard up to get past them. The thing is, there's not really many times where that's a problem. Like, maybe right at the start of the harder difficulty where you don't have any weapons yet. But that's about it. But yeah. You learn something new every day. I'm trying to do the thing that you do in Twin Snakes to quickly get a magazine. There we go. Just because I want to prove that I can then do it with the magazine as well. Hold up a guard with a magazine. No, as soon as you run through them, they notice. So, I'll post it on MGSR and see. I'm sure, I'm pretty sure I'm going to post it on MGSR and say, does anyone know about this? And someone will go, yeah, you can do that. These games are so old and have had so many people looking over them for so many years. I'm pretty sure there's just something I've just never noticed before. But it's pretty cool. Yeah. As I say, might be useful to stop a guard in their tracks before then moving them on in a different way. Who knows? But we'll find out. All right. I'm gonna be honest. I think the best thing to do now is probably just to we're gonna end a little bit early tonight. I don't really want to start anything new. And we've kind of like everything's gone wrong. It's not been an ideal stream. Let's be perfectly honest here. It's not gone very well. Yeah. We're going to leave it there for tonight. Next week we'll start, as I say, next week I will be looking at what I want to submit to GDQ. Sorry, we should at least go to the nice. We should at least go to the nice thing. There we go. So next week I'll be looking at GDQ submissions. Say MGS3, European Extreme All Keratin should definitely still be on there. Klonoa 2 will still be on there, so we might just do a fresh Klonoa 2 run because I haven't done one in a while. I don't know how old my PB is. I never know if it's a good idea to submit new videos, or whether it's worth, because that's the thing with GDQ this time round. I haven't been working on anything new. Like, the newest thing I have is All Keratins. There's nothing else that I've got that's particularly new. Everything that I want to put in is still stuff that I've done ages ago because it's still not been in. Klonoa 2 has never been in a GDQ, never in a mainline one. There was one, the Japanese special one. But my last Klonoa 2 run, and I'd want to do normal difficulty. I wouldn't want to do hard. I wouldn't want to do hard difficulty because you lose a load of tricks with that one. My last any % normal, there's a standard mode run. My last any % normal support mode. I'd want to do support mode because there's more interesting tricks in support mode. My last PB that I've got on YouTube of that is from March 2023. It's nearly 2 years old. It probably is worth trying to get a new one. At the very least, I'll need to do some practice of it anyway to get there. So we'll probably see if I can get back to that. Maybe get a new PB on that one. That would be good. I do have a 1 hour 15 run that's fully commentated. I think that's the commentary is where it's useful. Actually, I have a Pixel Perfect 4 run, which is probably later, but I don't know what the timing would have been on that. Let me just check. Because that Pixel Perfect run, I recall this was Pixel Perfect 4 where I'd done my Unmetal run for Hotfix at like 3 a.m. the previous morning. So I did the Hotfix run at 3 a.m. I went to bed at 4. I woke up again at 10 and we started Pixel Perfect 4. Pixel Perfect Klonoa 2. So, but because I was in like really, really tired mode, for some reason my commentary was amazing. Like people mentioned to me, your commentary was really good. It was really top notch, and like you were on it. And I think it's because I was so sleep deprived that like I just had to keep talking to keep going. So it ended up being really good. My final IGT for that was 1:14:45, which is not sub 110, which my current PB is sub 110. And this run was from only 8 months ago. So the commentary will be really good. It's sub 114, which is better than the fully commented run that I had that I've got on YouTube. That fully commented run is 115, so it's not that much better. The only thing is that's IGT. The RTA is 137. It's 1 hour 40. So that's the only thing with submitting Klonoa 2. What would they take a 1 hour 40 online run. Don't know. I don't know if there's anywhere that would show how long these show which runs were which for previous GDQs, whether they were online or not. I don't know, but I still want to submit it because Klonoa 2 has never been in. I really do think it should be. And it uses up one of my games. So that's 2. I suppose the advantage of submitting on Metal is it's sub-hour. So this issue that I think they might not accept Klonoa because it's a 1 hour 40 run. Unmetal is sub 50 minutes on easy difficulty. I think I've done Unmetal in I've done Unmetal hard in less than an hour. Pretty sure my world record for Unmetal hard is less than an hour. Unperfect hard is 121. PC perfect hard is 105. Trying to find. Can't find. I've got so many Unmetal runs on my YouTube channel. I've got like all the individual levels as well. I have 105 Unmetal videos on my YouTube channel. 105. There it is. That doesn't say world record next to it, and I usually write that down. I've got 52.46. Sure, I've done it in less than 50 minutes. There it is. Yeah, 48.43. So Unmetal any percent hard can be done in less than 50 minutes, which I think is ideal for a online run for GDQ. So as I said, the problem with that world record is that is from 2022. That is 3 years old at this point. I did do that hotfix run, which was only last year. That might be better to submit. The commentary will be really good because obviously I'm commentating in a marathon setting. I had commentators, so it would be a bit more interesting. Depends what the time for that run is. Because if that's like over an hour, I don't want to submit that. Let's see if I can find it. GDQ hotfix Unmetal. Wow, I type those in and it doesn't come up. There it, found it. Oh yeah, my microphone was awful that day for some reason. God, what was my Unmetal time in that run? 55.51 is the time shown on GDQ's timer. My IGT was 53 minutes. That's good. That's pretty good. I think I could get away with just submitting that. I don't think I need to do another Unmetal video. I think I could submit that that hotfix run. I think that's absolutely fine. It's only from last year. Commentary's good. It's in a marathon setting, and it shows them I've already done it for hotfix. If it's good enough for hotfix, surely it's good enough for the main stage. I don't know. Yeah, there's that. So Unmetal's fine. I'll submit that. Klonoa, I think we'll have a crack at next week. MGS3, obviously, I've already got runs. I could either submit my disaster relief done quick run, or I could submit my latest PB. In all keratons, because I've got newer submissions for that since the last time I submitted it. That leaves 2 options, two games open. I don't know. I think just because of the timing of it, Mini Ghost is probably my best option. I really do think, as much as I've kind of left Mini Ghost behind now, I've not been submitting Mini Ghost to many marathons because I'm kind of done with it. I've had my time. It's not going to get any better. And throughout all of my attempts to showcase it in all of these marathons and stuff, nobody has picked it up. That was kind of one of the reasons why I pushed Mini Ghost as much as I could, because I thought if I can get it in front of people, people might go, oh, that's a cute little Metroidvania. I might play it or I might speedrun it. And it didn't happen. I got one person said that they were going to buy it and give it a go, and I'm still waiting. So I'm just having a quick look through my speedrun.com just to see what else I've got. See if there's anything else here that's like fairly recent that could be good. MGS2's not going to be a thing. Flashback? I wasn't very good at that run, but there is Flashback. I am third on the leaderboard for Flashback. And I highly doubt that Flashback has ever been in a GDQ. But we have the technology. We can find out. We can check the GDQ VODs. Flashback. The Quest for Identity, Genesis. Flashback was showcased at GDQX in 2019. GDQX 2019 was held from 27th of September to the 29th, and it raised $150,000 for able gamers. All start times are shown in PDT. So GDQX was like a Games Done Quick Express. There was an Express event in 2019 that had, and it is the, as I say, it is the Genesis version of Flashback. So the same run that I do. Just any percent should be the same one. And the runner is Brandoots, who's not on speedrun.com. Oh, unless they're a console runner. Nope. That's interesting. The run is not on speedrun.com. But it is a very funky little speedrun. It's not very long. I say it's very funky. Like, it's very, very glitch heavy. It's really dumb. And again, because it's so short, it's less than half an hour, that might be ideal to submit as a remote runner. Remote, that's the term. I've been thinking, what's the bloody term that I should be using for what do we call online runners at GDQ? Remote runner. For a remote submission, Flashback might actually be ideal. I am third on the leaderboard. I'm not that far. I'm less than 4 minutes behind world record. There is someone else who'd been running who ran this 6 months ago, with a 23. So there's room to improve. So maybe we'll have another look at Flashback over the next couple of weeks as well, because I think there's an opportunity there. I think Flashback might be a good call. It hasn't been showcased at a mainline GDQ. It hasn't been in any GDQ event since 2019, at least from what's on that website. Hotfixes and stuff aren't on there. Metal Gear Solid, no. Pokemon Fire Red, Leaf Green, no. Castle of Illusion, probably not. It's another really nice short run, but I'm 17th on the leaderboard. I'm not a top runner. Mini Ghost, as I think I'm gonna submit it because my runs are fresh. It's a world record. That if they're looking for something obscure and the timings kind of work out. Metal Gear, no. Kloa, yes, we'll discuss. Twin Snakes, no. Choo Choo Charles, no. I'm not good enough at Choo Choo Charles. It's Only the Enders, no. I haven't run that in ages. Wacky Races, no. Enter Dragonfly, no. That one, no. That one, no. The only thing I had thought of was maybe submitting Metal Gear. Metal Gear 1 would be an option, because Metal Gear 1 hasn't been in for a little while. There's nothing new. The problem is whenever they do a game that's been on before, you're kind of looking for stuff that's changed or stuff that's new. The whole reason I got Twin Snakes into SGDQ 2023 was because the Prozac skip got found. As soon as the Boba skip got found, Metal Gear Solid 1 was in the very next event. There hasn't been anything new in something like Metal Gear or Metal Gear 2. I wouldn't want to submit Metal Gear 2. I'm not good enough at it. But Metal Gear 1 could fit. How many have we got so far? We've got Klonoa, MGS3, Mini Ghost, and Flashbacks. I've still got one slot left. So if all else fails, I could submit Metal Gear 1 if I can't find anything else. And that's it. Ghost Babel, definitely not. MGS2, Klonoa again, Little Nightmares. I've run out of games. There's nothing else. So, yeah, I don't know what the 5th game's going to be. Maybe just Castle of Illusion, just because it's short and it fits. But yeah, I think that's what it's going to be. Oh, did I count Unmetal? Klonoa, Unmetal, Mini Ghosts, Flashback, MGS3. I'm not submitting Clash of Illusion. Those are my 5. I think we've got it. MGS3, Mini Ghosts, Flashback, Klonoa, Unmetal. I've already got an Unmetal submission, so don't need to worry about that. Mini Ghost, my videos are from 8-9 months ago, but I'd need to check to make sure that the commentary is good on them. And I'd submit both any percent and 100%, might as well. So I need to check the commentary on those, make sure that they're good. If they're not, then we need to do another run. MGS3 should be fine. What is my current... I don't know what my most recent MGS3... Because I did do MGS3 all keratins at... Disaster Relief is probably fine. Warwick might be fine. It depends how far behind PB they are. I'm not sure. Say Unmetal should be fine. Flashback I could do with something a little bit better. So yeah, I think Flashback and Klonoa are going to be the two to focus on in the next couple of weeks to actually get submission videos done for. There we go. I think we've settled that. Right, let's have a look and see who we could raid. Apparently I've got loads of people online, which is cool. What game do... Oh, OG Happy Dudes currently live. Let's raid OG Happy Dude. I made fun of him on Blue Sky today, so I kind of feel like I owe him. Commentary and lighting are the worst. Lighting, yeah, I don't think I put these lights back quite how they should be. I look a little dark today. Yeah, commentary is always difficult because, you know, when I'm doing a run on stream, I'm not necessarily doing all the commentary all of the time. We're chatting, we're having fun, we're looking at, we're playing sounds and shit like that. So when commentary, that's why if I've got marathon runs that I can submit instead, to sort of show this is what this would look like in a marathon setting, then I think that's a better shout. But there's always, some people argue it in different ways, whether or not is it better to showcase a run, to submit a VOD of a run that has really, really good commentary, or are you better off submitting a run where the time is better? Do you submit a world record run, or do you submit a run with really, really good commentary? I mean, a lot of people would say you take the world record run and you then dub commentary over the top of it. My problem with doing that is that I always show my face on my runs, so it'd be obvious that I'm dubbing it. I don't know whether... I don't know, there's a very good... I think it's a video by Punchy. There's a very good video by Punchy about how to what to submit and how to submit. So I might have another quick look at that just to see which one I should be doing. The main thing you have to remember is that there are hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of runs and VODs that get submitted. You are not going to have someone sit and watch your entire run. You are going to have someone flick through and they are going to look at a minute or so in a couple of different places. So you've got to make sure that your run is good and entertaining throughout so that if they catch, whatever bit they're going to look at is somewhat interesting. All right, let's get this raid on Happy Dude underway. Happy Dude is currently playing Yakuza 4. I don't think he's speedrunning. I think he's just playing through it. We'll go say hello. So thank you to everyone for joining in. I don't know whether there'll be any sort of bonus stream this weekend. I don't think so. But you never know. But at the very least, I'll be back on Tuesday, either playing Klonoa or Flashback. To prepare for those GDQ submissions. Yeah, thank you all very much for joining in. Have a great weekend. Yeah, at the very least, I'll see you on Tuesday. Bye, everybody.